Hey y'all, welcome to our Facebook Live series. I'm Mark. My wife Brenda and I own Rosetree Blown Glass Studio in New Orleans, actually Algiers Point. And welcome you to come in, and we're going to talk a little bit about glass blowing and show you how some things are made. And hopefully you'll join in and you can ask questions. I'll try and answer them to the best of my ability. And we'll have some fun today. So let's get going. We melt glass here. So the first thing we're going to do, actually today we're going to make a heart-shaped paperweight. So it's going to be 3 layers of glass, and I want to show you the process and explain it as I do it. So we start off with, this is what we start off in our furnace. This is glass. This is glass nuggets that we get from a place in Germany actually. And we put them in the furnace, and they melt overnight and become a liquid. So what I'm going to do now is start the piece over at the furnace. So this is our furnace. The furnace can hold up to 400 pounds of molten glass. Molten means liquid. Glass is usually hard. When you heat it up hot enough, it gets soft and turns into a liquid. It's 2,050 degrees inside here. So it's actually hotter than lava. So that's what we're going to be working with, a material that's hotter than lava. I'm going to go in and get a little bit of glass on the end. That's called a gather. So I'm going to do my first gather in the furnace. And I have to keep turning the pipe all the time, because if I don't, the glass, which is a liquid, if I stop turning, the glass starts to fall. So I have to keep turning all the time to keep it on the end of the pipe. So let's go back over here. And for this heart paperweight, I'm going to do a white center on it. So this is white chips of glass, or chips of white glass, that I'm rolling in onto the first gather. Now I'm going to heat this up. This is a reheating chamber. The reheating chamber is just hot. There's no glass inside that you have to heat up. So this we just turn on in the morning to work, and turn it off in the evening when we're done. The furnace has to stay on all the time, 24/7. If we turn it off, it takes about a week or so to come back up to 2,000 degrees. So we just keep it on all the time. So I'm going to put one more layer of white on. And again, if you have any questions, just let me know. Also, you can tell us where you're from. For the youngins who are watching, tell me your age, so you can say hello, and just know that we're being shown all around the country, maybe all around the world. So this is a metal table. It's made of steel. It's actually made of steel that they build ships, big ships in the shipyards. So tankers and battleships and all are made out of the same steel. So I said we're a glass blowing studio. So that's kind of a misnomer, which means it's true but not quite true. Today we're just going to be sculpting the glass. We're not going to be blowing it at all. We're just going to be adding layers and gathers and colors and manipulating it and moving it around and shaping it, and it's going to be a solid piece of glass. But if you notice, I'm always turning the pipe.
So we've got New York City, we've got Arizona and Illinois watching so far.
Great, thanks for inviting us into your home. All right, so now I'm going to get another layer on top, and I'm going to roll it into the blue chips. And then we're going to melt those blue chips in.
We also have Jackson, age 8, from down the block.
Hey, Jackson. So, this is my second gather of glass. second layer because we're gathering it onto the pipe. And we come over here and I'm going to roll it into the blue glass. Now the blue glass, I'm kind of spacing it out. And I'll show you why later in a little bit. It's just the decoration that I want. I want to see underneath that blue, to see the white that is the inside. So, the blue is on, and the white is underneath. So the decoration I'm going to do today is pretty much the same decoration that I did on the
Peacock vase.
The peacock vase the other day. I guess this week is feathering week. So I'm going to heat the whole piece up. And it'll be a little different just because the colors are different than the peacock vase. But the methods are very similar.
Your two sister-in-laws are watching.
Hello, two sisters-in-laws.
We've got Tallahassee and San Diego and North Carolina as well.
Woohoo! Thank y'all for joining.
Anthony said he's always enjoyed watching you work. You make it look so easy.
Thank you, Anthony. 40 years will do this to you. And I'm lucky to be able to make my living doing what I love and being able to do it well, I guess. Okay, so just like we did the other day, I'm going to take an ice pick. I'm going to pull the decoration all the way, the colors all the way back. And you can start seeing the lines that are starting to appear. So I'm going to heat that up now, again, and I'm going to pull it the opposite direction.
We've got some Missouri too.
Hello, Missouri.
And Anthony Billiot.
Hey, Anthony.
Of course, we've got our Connecticut people as well.
Good. Is that Lori in Connecticut?
Cheshire, Connecticut.
Oh, okay. That's my sister, I think.
I believe it is.
Hello, Lynn. So I'm pulling this up. And then I'm going to take it and even it off, even the pulls off.
All right, Brittany wants to know what we're making today.
I am making a heart paperweight with a feathered design inside. So the feathering is done. So now I'm going to smooth it out and get it ready for the last layer on top.
Yeah, we've got Windsor, Ontario in the house.
Windsor, Ontario. Lisa, maybe? Or Kathy?
Kathy.
What's that?
Kathy. You got it.
Hi, Kathy.
Gabe says it looks like a burnt Mike and Ike.
Okay.
Ooh, we got Madison, Wisconsin.
Hello, Madison, Wisconsin. Okay, so I'm going to even it all out and get it ready for my next layer, my next gather. But I'm going to do something first before I gather. I'm going to take, these are called jacks. I'm going to take the jacks and I'm going to push them into the piece. And what this does is leaves an indentation in the piece. Can y'all see that? Get a little closer. So there's an indentation in the piece. And what's going to happen is, and you can see the feathering and all, what's going to happen is when I put it into the glass to get my last gather, air is going to get trapped in that indentation, and it's going to make a bubble. So we're going to have a centered bubble inside our heart-shaped paperweight. Anybody have any questions? No.
I got people from Michigan and Amarillo, though. They're still checking in with us.
Wonderful. Give us some thumbs up, some hearts, whatever. See some hearts and thumbs flying up through the screen. Wonderful. Okay, so last gather. Turning, because if I don't, the glass will drip. And then I'm going to take what's called a block, it's a wood block, and I'm going to shape the glass using the wood block.
Let's see. Lori wants to know, what will the size of this piece be? What can it hold?
It is a paperweight. So it doesn't have any volume to it. So today we're doing a little layering and sculpture kind of thing. So it's not going to hold anything. Now, if you look closely, you'll see the bubble that is trapped inside.
See, Christine said that she loved the vase from Tuesday. Have we sold any of them yet?
We have not sold that vase. That vase is still for sale. And also the heart bowl that we did last week is also available for sale. After each Facebook Live, that piece will be for sale if it hasn't sold during the broadcast.
Terry said that Gabe wanted to say hi and that he loves you. Stay safe.
Aw, hey Gabe, love you too. Love you too, Terry. All right, so I'm kind of letting the glass do its own thing right now, where it's getting wider because I'm turning on the bench, and I want it a little flatter so that I can make my heart shape. So it's kind of like a flat heart.
Stephanie wants to know, is there a purpose to the bubble or is it just ornamental purposes?
Decorative, ornamental, I like it.
Says thank you for sharing your talent with us.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for listening. So now what I'm going to do is heat the whole thing up, and I'm going to start making the heart shape.
Barry said, do you have a finished example of what you're making today?
Actually, no, I'm kind of making this one up as I'm going. So you'll see it online tomorrow when I post it. So what I'm doing is I'm using a paddle to make the dimple part of the heart. Okay, so you see the top part of the heart.
All right.
I gotta keep turning it, so
Yeah.
it's the top now.
Yep.
So next what I'm gonna do is pull out the point.
Esther 10 from North Dakota, does it have to be hotter than lava?
Hey Esther, yes it does. If it gets colder than lava, you're not able to shape it and move it and pull it and turn it. So it has to be that hot. So I'm taking a big pair of tweezers and I am pulling out the bottom part, the point. heating it up. Every time I step away from the reheating chamber, the glass starts to cool down. I only have a small amount of time to do what needs to be done to shape and make the glass. So I have to keep reheating, then working, reheating, and working. So I'm just going to take and pull that. Take another little torch. Heat that little tip up. And then I'm going to heat the whole piece up again. So I'm almost done. So I hope you can see that it is heart-shaped now. I'm just going to kind of fine-tune it. Any other questions out there?
Now, is this similar to the ones that you do when you do the blow your own sessions?
The heart shape is very similar. This is the heart shape that we do. We don't really do this ornate of a decoration in it just because we don't really have the time to do that. But it's very similar to this.
Anthony was asking if you're going to hit it with the special sauce, the secret sauce.
Secret sauce? No. No secret sauce on this because then you wouldn't see the inside. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold it up and let it kind of mushroom. And so when we take it out, it'll sit flat on the table or on your papers or whatever.
Ready for the next day?
So you can see the inside is kind of recessed a little bit. So now it's pretty well done. I'm waiting for it to cool off a little bit because when I put it away, I don't want it to pick up any impressions other than I want it to stay smooth. So the last step, what I'm going to do is I'm going to knock it off of this this rod. I'm going to put it in what's called an annealing oven. The annealing oven is 950 degrees, which is hotter than your oven at home. And what the annealing oven does is slowly cools the glass down to room temperature. So right now, this is still really hot. It's still about 1100, 1200 degrees. So once I take it off of here, I'll put it in the oven, and the oven will make it come down to 950, and then it'll soak there and even the temperature out, and then overnight it'll come down slowly, about 16 hours to room temperature. So that's kind of a close-up of it. The colors are going to change a little bit as it cools. There's a little bit of reds in there, and that's just from the heat.
Lisa wants to know if it's truly a bubble inside.
Yes.
Or does it just look like it?
It is truly a bubble. So, I'm going to take a little bit of water and shop where I want it to come off.
Nicolette said beautiful. How much for this piece?
That's good. These are $75 in the gallery. So I'm going to take this and knock it. And I'm going to take a torch. And I'm going to heat up that one little area that is sharp from where it came off. And no, folks, this is not an ice cream scoop. It's a glass blowing tool. Put on my big gloves. And you see, that is the Heart Paperweight. Now, goes into the oven, where it stays for 16 hours. So, that is today's Facebook Live. I'll stay here for a few minutes more if you have any other questions. All these Facebook Lives are free, no charge. All I ask of you is that you follow us on Facebook, Rosetree, follow us on Instagram, tell your friends, they can follow us too. I will put up twice a week or so, put up some pieces for sale. Look at them, you don't have to buy them. If you like to buy them, that's great. You know, just take care of another, love one another. Thanks for coming.
Matilda said that she loves it and can't wait to come in for a Blow Your Own when we're back open again.
Wonderful. I can't wait to have people coming back.
Jerry Lynn said that she loves it, that it's totally an ice cream scoop that you were using.
As soon as it comes through the door, it's a glass blowing tool.
There you go. And everyone's just sending their love, and it was an awesome demo. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you all for coming.
Want me to finish?
Bye.